In the deadliest arena of the galaxy, the strongest alien warlord thought he would crush a lone human in seconds. Blood ran across the floor. Every eye in the station watched, expecting the human to die. But he didn't flinch. He didn't run. And in a fight that should have ended instantly, the Predator learned something terrifying: humans survive at any cost. The space station arena was filled with noise and hunger. Thousands of alien spectators packed the metal stands, waiting to see blood. This place was not built for honor or justice. It existed only to remind weaker species of their place. At the center of the arena stood a single human, small compared to the massive figures around him, unarmed and exposed under harsh white lights. Across the floor waited the alien warlord. He was tall, wide, and layered with dense muscle meant for war. His body carried scars from many fights, each one a memory of something he had killed. In his hand rested a long combat knife, heavy and sharp, designed to tear through flesh with ease. To the crowd, the outcome was already decided. The human wore no armor and carried no visible protection. His clothing was thin and damaged, and his skin was already marked by old bruises from earlier punishment. Still, he stood straight. His eyes moved slowly, observing the arena, the floor, the angles, and the alien in front of him. He did not rush. He did not panic. He waited. The fight was being broadcast across the station and beyond. Entire systems were watching. This was not just a duel, it was a message. If the human fell, his distant colony would be taken. Families, workers, and children would become property. The stakes were absolute. There would be no rescue. No second chance. When the knife landed at the human's feet, the crowd grew silent for a brief moment. He picked it up with steady hands. The weapon was unfamiliar, heavier than human steel, but he adjusted quickly. His grip was careful, controlled, practiced. There was no hesitation in his movement, only acceptance. The attack came fast and violent. The alien closed the distance with raw speed, swinging the blade in wide arcs meant to break bones and spirit at the same time. The human moved back just enough to survive. The second strike cut deep into his side, drawing blood that splashed onto the metal floor. The arena erupted in excitement. The human felt the pain fully. It burned, sharp and heavy. But pain was not new to him. It did not slow him. It narrowed his focus. He stayed on his feet, breathing steady, refusing to fall. He wiped the blood from his hand and kept his eyes locked forward. The alien pressed harder, feeding on the crowd's reaction. Each strike was strong, aggressive, and careless. The alien believed strength would finish the fight quickly. He believed fear would break the human before the blade did. But the human did not run. He moved with purpose. Step by step, he adjusted his position, guiding the fight across the arena floor. He watched how the alien shifted his weight. He noted how the heavy body slowed after repeated attacks. He counted breaths. He measured distance. Every second added to a growing plan. Another cut opened on his arm. More blood fell. The crowd screamed louder, convinced they were watching the end. They did not see what mattered. They did not understand that the human was not reacting. He was learning. The alien followed, confident and dominant, unaware that he was being led. His strength remained high, but his efficiency dropped. Heavy muscles burned energy fast. Anger replaced control. Enjoyment replaced caution. The cameras focused tightly on the human's face. There was no fear there. No surrender. Only calm awareness. The arena believed it was watching a human die. In truth, it was watching the first steps of an alien's defeat. The human did not rush the fight. He let the alien come to him again and again. Each heavy step from the alien shook the arena floor. Each swing of the blade carried force meant to end the fight quickly. The human stayed just out of reach, moving sideways, never straight back, keeping space where he needed it. Blood continued to drip from his wounds, warm and slow. His body felt heavier with every second, but his mind stayed sharp. Pain became information. Every cut told him how the alien attacked, how far the blade traveled, how long it took to recover after each strike. The alien grew louder. His movements became wider. His confidence turned into hunger. He wanted the kill to be dramatic. He wanted the crowd to remember this moment. That desire made his attacks predictable. The human began to change the rhythm. He stepped in closer than before, just for a moment, then pulled back. The alien reacted instantly, swinging too hard, missing by inches. The blade slammed into the arena wall, sending sparks into the air. The crowd gasped. The human had seen what he needed. The alien's weapon was strong, but slow to recover after a full swing. His arms were powerful, but his joints were not protected. His legs carried weight better forward than sideways. Small truths. Important ones. The human circled now, forcing the alien to turn. The floor was slick with blood, making sharp movement dangerous. The alien adjusted poorly, relying on strength instead of balance. Each turn cost him energy. Each breath came a little faster. Another attack came, low and brutal. The human took a shallow cut across his thigh. He felt his leg weaken for half a step, but he did not fall. He shifted his weight and kept moving, refusing to give the alien the moment he wanted. The crowd's noise began to change. It was still loud, but less certain. They were no longer watching a quick execution. They were watching time pass. That made them uncomfortable. The human closed the distance again, just long enough for the alien to react. When the alien struck, the human twisted away, guiding the blade past his body instead of blocking it. The knife scraped along his ribs without sinking deep. It hurt. He accepted that. The alien overcommit. His balance broke for a fraction of a second. His foot slid on the blood-slick floor. It was not enough for the crowd to notice. It was enough for the human. The human struck once. Not hard. Not deep. A fast cut across the alien's forearm, placed exactly where muscle met joint. Dark blood sprayed. The alien roared in surprise and pain. He pulled back, shaking the arm, confused more than hurt. The wound was small, but the effect was immediate. His grip weakened. His next swing was slower. The human stepped away and reset his stance. His breathing stayed controlled. His eyes never left the alien. The alien now understood something had changed. The crowd felt it too. This was no longer a hunt. This was a fight. And the human had just taken the first real piece of it. The alien stared at the blood running down his arm. The cut was small, almost nothing compared to the wounds he had given the human. Still, it burned in a way he did not expect. It was not the pain that unsettled him. It was the meaning behind it. The human had not attacked in fear. He had attacked with purpose. The alien advanced again, faster now, anger pushing him forward. His strikes came heavy and direct, meant to crush resistance. The human moved with less space than before. His steps were tighter. His timing sharper. He no longer retreated without reason. Each attack from the alien was met with movement, not defense. The human did not block. He redirected. He let strength pass by him instead of meeting it head-on. Metal scraped metal. Flesh tore. The sounds were sharp and close. The alien's breathing grew rough. His chest rose higher with each breath. His muscles were still powerful, but they no longer obeyed perfectly. The injured arm lagged slightly behind his intent. Small delays began to appear. The human noticed all of them. He pressed closer, forcing the alien to shorten his swings. The arena floor gave little room. Walls loomed near. The alien hated close combat. His size demanded space. Without it, his power worked against him. The human's leg throbbed where it had been cut. Each step sent pain upward. He adjusted his stance, favoring one side without slowing. He kept his center low, balanced, ready to move in any direction. Another exchange came fast. The alien slashed high, then low, then wide. The human slipped inside the reach, too close for full power. The blade grazed his shoulder. Warm blood flowed again, but shallow. The human answered with a quick cut to the alien's thigh. The alien staggered half a step. The crowd reacted with shock. This was not how this was supposed to go. The alien roared, more enraged than pain, and swung wildly. Control was slipping. Precision gave way to force. Each missed strike drained more energy than the last. The human stepped aside and let the alien crash into empty space. He did not chase. He did not rush. He waited. The alien turned, slower this time. Sweat mixed with blood on his skin. His eyes locked on the human with something new in them. Not confidence. Not dominance. Uncertainty. The human moved again, quick and close. He cut across the alien's knee, not deep enough to cripple, but enough to weaken. The alien dropped slightly, catching himself before falling. His breathing turned harsh. The human backed away once more, knife held steady, posture unchanged. His body was injured. His clothes were soaked with blood. But his movements were controlled. Deliberate. The alien now stood wounded in 3 places. Each cut small. Each cut placed with care. His strength remained, but it was fading. His mind was no longer clear. Anger clouded his judgment. Fear began to press in where certainty once lived. The crowd had gone quiet. They were no longer cheering. They were watching something they did not understand. The human had not tried to win quickly. He was dismantling the alien piece by piece. And the alien had just realized he was no longer in control of the fight. The alien took a step back without meaning to. His body reacted before his mind accepted the danger. Blood ran down his leg and soaked into the metal floor. Each movement pulled at injured muscle and joint. His strength was still there, but it no longer felt endless. The human watched carefully. He did not press forward. He allowed the alien space, knowing distance could be used as bait. His own body ached, but his breathing stayed even. Pain was constant now, but it had become background noise. The alien charged again, driven by anger and wounded pride. He needed to end this fast. His attacks lost their pattern, turning sharp and reckless. The blade cut air more than flesh. Each miss cost him balance. Each recovery came slower. The human guided the movement, stepping just far enough to stay alive. He forced the alien to turn, to twist, to overreach. The arena floor was slick now, layered with blood from both fighters. Every step was dangerous. The alien struggled to adjust his weight. The human moved lighter, careful, precise. Another heavy swing came. The human slipped inside it. The blade passed close enough to tear fabric, but not skin. The human answered with a cut across the alien's side, shallow but clean. Blood flowed freely. The alien grunted and stumbled forward. The crowd held its breath. The alien tried to reset his stance, but his injured knee refused to cooperate. His footing weakened. He slammed a claw into the floor to steady himself. The movement was desperate. The human saw the opening but did not take it yet. He stepped back and waited. The alien's chest heaved. His vision blurred at the edges. Sweat and blood ran into his eyes. He blinked hard, shaking his head, trying to clear his thoughts. This was not supposed to happen. Humans were meant to break. Humans were meant to beg. The human moved again, fast and close. He struck the alien's wrist, not with force, but with accuracy. The knife sliced into damaged flesh. The alien's grip failed for a second. The blade nearly slipped free. Fear flashed across the alien's face. He pulled back, clutching his weapon tighter, but his hand shook now. His breathing became uneven. His movements slowed. The human circled him, calm and silent. Each step forced the alien to turn. Each turn pulled at injured joints. The alien's size worked against him. His strength drained faster than he could recover it. The crowd was silent now. No cheering. No laughter. Only the sound of heavy breathing and metal scraping underfoot. The alien lunged one last time, driven by desperation rather than skill. His foot slid on the blood-covered floor. His balance broke completely. For 1 second, he was exposed. 1 second was all the human needed. The human moved. The human struck fast. Not heavy, not wild, but precise. His knife hit the alien's wrist first, cutting through muscle and tendon just enough to loosen the grip on the weapon. The alien roared in pain and surprise, staggering backward. The blade fell to the floor with a sharp clatter, bouncing once before lying still. The crowd froze, unable to believe what had just happened. The mighty alien, strongest on the station, was disarmed. The human did not pause. He moved closer, stepping around the alien's weakened side. His next strike hit the knee, targeting the joint. It was shallow but perfectly placed. The alien buckled slightly, nearly falling. His heavy body fought to stay upright, but the human forced him to use energy just to remain standing. Every attempt to attack now drained more strength than it had before. The alien's breathing was harsh, ragged. His chest rose and fell rapidly, every exhale carrying frustration and pain. His claws scraped the floor as he tried to regain balance. For the first time, doubt clouded his mind. He had never expected resistance like this, never expected a human to endure so much. His arrogance had been his downfall. The human stepped back slightly, keeping distance but holding his stance firm. He did not strike again immediately. He let the alien feel the weight of his defeat, the sharp reality of his vulnerability. The alien looked down at his fallen knife, at the shallow cuts on his body, and realized he was no longer in control. The crowd was silent. Shock replaced excitement. Aliens whispered in disbelief. Even those who had bet heavily against the human now could not look away. The strongest predator in the arena had been humbled. The human's movements were calm and measured. Every shift of his weight was calculated. He could have ended the alien if he wanted. A single strike could finish the fight. Yet he did not. He held the knife steady, chest rising and falling evenly. His body was wounded, his clothes soaked in blood, but his mind remained sharp. The alien tried to strike again, slow and desperate. The human sidestepped with ease, guiding the movement without effort. Another quick cut followed, just enough to weaken the alien further without killing. The alien stumbled, then fell to one knee. For the first time, the alien truly saw the human. Not weak. Not fragile. Not frightened. Dangerous. Precise. Calculated. Every move measured. Every reaction planned. He had underestimated humans. He had assumed strength alone would carry the day. He had been wrong. The human stepped back. He did not press the attack. He allowed the alien to kneel, to face his defeat fully. The alien's chest heaved, his blood running freely, his eyes wide with disbelief. He was still alive, but powerless. The crowd remained silent. The human had won without a single wasted motion. He had shown what a human could do when strength, patience, and intelligence were combined. The alien's roar of rage and pain died on his lips as he realized the fight was over. And the human did not finish him. The arena absorbed the lesson in stunned silence. Survival did not always mean killing. Victory did not always require destruction. And for the alien, the lesson was bitter: underestimated a human, underestimated an entire species, and paid the price. The human stood back and lowered his knife, letting it rest on the blood-stained floor. His breathing was steady, controlled. Every wound he carried burned, but his mind was clear. The alien remained kneeling, chest heaving, eyes wide, defeated yet alive. The lesson had been delivered without mercy, but without unnecessary killing. Strength alone did not win this fight. Intelligence, patience, and endurance did. The crowd remained silent, the realization slowly spreading. They had expected a human to die quickly, to be crushed and humiliated. Instead, they had watched one survive impossible odds, outthinking a predator built to dominate. Silence turned to whispers. Aliens shifted uneasily, unsure of what they had witnessed. Humans were not the weak species they had mocked. They were dangerous. The human stepped forward slightly, never striking again, only observing. His wounds did not slow him. His eyes swept the arena and then the broadcast cameras, reaching viewers across countless systems. Every gaze understood the same truth. Humans did not need brute force to conquer. They survived by thinking, by adapting, by using every moment to their advantage. And they would continue to do so. The alien struggled to rise but could not. His pride had been shattered, his dominance undone by a smaller, weaker species. He had expected to be the predator. Instead, he had become prey. The arena floor, slick with blood and sweat, symbolized not just his defeat but the lesson he had ignored: never underestimate the species that refuses to yield. The human finally turned and walked away. He did not gloat. He did not look back. The message had been clear, the point made. Every movement radiated confidence, survival, and quiet power. The alien remained kneeling, the weight of humiliation pressing down, unable to challenge again. The crowd slowly realized that what they had seen was more than a fight. It was a warning. The human left the arena without another blow. His knife remained where it had fallen, a reminder that victory does not require rage or destruction, only strategy and perseverance. His body was scarred, his clothing soaked with blood, yet his posture and mind were unbroken. He had shown that humans could survive the impossible and even triumph against forces far stronger than themselves. Across the galaxy, those watching understood something fundamental: humans were not the strongest species in brute force, but they were survivors, planners, and thinkers. They endured where others would falter, adapted where others would fail, and struck when the moment demanded precision. The alien would remember this, and so would everyone else. Humans were not to be underestimated. And in that silent, blood-stained arena, the final lesson was clear. Survival was the true strength. Intelligence was sharper than claws. Patience was deadlier than muscle. And humans, small yet unyielding, would always find a way to win. The human disappeared from the arena floor, leaving behind only blood, silence, and a galaxy-wide warning: never challenge a species that survived extinction and came back stronger.